The Welsh elections take place in a few days' time, and MyTown Media has met the main local parties and independent candidates hoping to win your vote. We've put 5 key issues to them over the past few weeks, so you have the chance to hear from them direct. In the final of our 5 reports showing their responses, we've asked them what their views are on the Welsh language and its future.
Welsh language is very important to us, but we don't see any benefit in setting targets. All targets do is get missed. As a proud Welshman, my family go back 600 years in this area. I wouldn't be standing for reform if I thought that they were an English party.
Well, obviously, I'm privileged because I'm a natural Welsh speaker here from Montgomeryshire, but obviously not all people have that luck or ability for a whole host of reasons, very often beyond their control. What we need is to give people the opportunity, if they so wish, to be able to access the Welsh language, be it in schools. We've seen in MyWelshpool itself, fantastic growth in Ysgol Gymraeg y Trallwm. I know there are plans for that to expand and it needs capital investment. So what I would like to see is Welsh Government actually supporting with money in supporting like the likes of Ysgol Gymraeg to expand and where else and other communities that so wish and desire.
Welsh Conservatives are fully behind the target of 1 million Welsh speakers by 2050, and we must do everything we can to deliver that. And one of the key aspects is education, Welsh medium education. We've got a brilliant school here in Llanfwllyn. It's a dual stream school. There's a Welsh stream and an English stream. But the Plaid Cymru councillors and Plaid Cymru in general are pushing against that. They want English only schools and Welsh only schools, and that will divide the communities. And to be honest, you know, people from my part of the world in Llanfwllyn, in the Tanat Valley, will not travel past Llanfwllyn all the way to Llanfwllyn to receive their Welsh medium education. So they will be landed with an English-only medium education. And that's going to be absolute tragic for Llanfwllyn. We must promote these dual-stream schools.
Well, I'm a Welsh speaker myself and really proud of that fact. And I'm also really proud that this Lib Dem-led Labour coalition of Paris Council has done more to push forward the Welsh language in the 4 years we've been running the council than has happened in the last 20 years previously. So it's something that I'm squarely behind.
Green Party is extremely supportive of the Welsh language. For me, for instance, I'm learning Welsh, dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg. I live in Blaen y Ffestiniog, which is a predominantly first language Welsh speaking area. So moving there as an English person, I felt that it was the respectful thing to do. Not to mention that I love learning languages and I'm very grateful to have this opportunity. In terms of our stance, what the Welsh language is mixed up with Welsh culture. And I think it's important to mention that Wales Green Party wants to support and safeguard Welsh culture, not just the language, but also all of the rich storytelling, the mythology, the history, the rugby tradition, all of it. And so what Wales Green Party wants to do is make sure that there's sufficient funding to empower local communities, to have opportunities for young people in particular to immerse themselves in Welsh culture and then carry that on into adulthood and then on to their families and future generations. So we are extremely supportive of Welsh language. And that's why we as candidates are learning and will continue to learn, especially once we get into the Senedd.
Well, it's the Welsh Labour government that set the ambitious target of 1 million Welsh speakers by 2040. The goal is still to try and achieve that, and I think the Welsh Labour government have done a heck of a lot for that. There has been record investment in expanding the Welsh language. There are more bilingual schools today than I think there ever has been in Wales, and so I myself am a Welsh language learner, and I'm benefiting from many of the sort of schemes online that you can access, to access the Welsh language. So yeah, I mean, Welsh language is vital. It's important to our culture, to who we are as a people. We want to see more people speaking it and having the opportunity to learn it, both, you know, school children, but also people who are older, maybe people who have moved here. We need to make sure they have the accessibility to learn the language. And I continue to support 1 million speakers by 2040 and, beyond and beyond. And hopefully one day everyone in Wales who wants to learn the language will have it easily accessible to do so.
So I was born in Welshpool. I'm Welsh. I'm proud to be Welsh. If people ask me what nationality I am, I say I'm Welsh. I'm British as well, but I'm Welsh. I'm a proud Welshman, and I think it's really important that we support our culture and our language. Targets I'm not so fussed about. I think it's far more important as well to encourage people in terms of conversational Welsh. I've got conversational Welsh. I use conversational Welsh and the small bits targets I'm not big fussed on. I'm a big supporter of Welsh medium schools, but I think both schools should be supported. Whether you want to learn for the medium of English or Welsh, that should be an equal choice for the parent and for the pupil.
We've got two languages within Wales. We've got a common language, which is English, which we use within businesses exactly as the same as Europe. You know, wherever you travel in Europe, they use the English language. But we've also got our national language, which is Welsh, and that identifies us as long as our culture, you know, as well as our culture, and those are important. But not everybody can learn the language. Some people have tried, and it's too difficult. And to those people, I would say congratulations. But as communities, I think we should be doing more. We have, within our community, we have a Welsh learning group, we have a reading group. We should be focusing within the economy at the moment now, and we can't waste money. But I would say to everybody, we live in Wales, it's our identity, and I'd encourage anybody to learn the language because it opens doors for you, and we should be proud of it, and let's try and increase the language, but let's look at what we're spending within reason. Where is our priority at the moment? And that is to make sure that everybody has got food on the table, because unless we've got work, in Welsh we would say, dim gwaith, dim iaith. Unless we've got work, then we will have no language. Our young people will be leaving. But for everybody who's trying, keep on trying, and I look forward to speaking Welsh with everybody else in the future. Diolch yn fawr iawn.
I personally, my Welsh is a bit hit and miss. I'm trying, learning. It's come a long way in the last year, but am I fluent Welsh? No. What I do try to do is produce as much as I can in Welsh. I speak a bit at home, when I taught in a school, try to speak as good. So it's improving. I think the Welsh language is massively important to the people in Wales. And where we can, we should be encouraging its use as much as possible. But I don't want it to sort of divide the people of Wales into two, between those that can and those that can't. And if you don't speak Welsh, that shouldn't be a disadvantage for you in work or in life in general. And I don't want it to divide people socially and people to look down on you whether you do or don't speak Welsh. I think if people are trying, they should be supported where they can to learn Welsh, and we need to have practical ways to make that process easier for people. I think a lot of people don't know where to start, even begin to improve their Welsh. But yeah, on the whole, I want to support it where we can. I think it's important culturally for Wales and historically, and it's a beautiful language that we should, it should live on and be used as much as possible where we can.